Okay, so welcome, and this is the team remote sensing and control, and I am the team lead Pushkar, and I'm going to present you the presentation. So, team introduction, team lead Pushkar, programmer Tejas, presenter Nipesh, ideologist Neil. These are the different roles for everyone, and so project brief. Purpose of the project, as everyone was now home due to coronavirus and we had basically done we were going to do a hardware based project and we could not get access to hardware as we were all at home, so we decided to make a GUI of home automation, and this user interface or GUI will be later used in the hardware part if required. So, what problem are we solving? Home automation refers to the automatic and electronic control of a household features, activity, and appliances. In simple terms, it means basically you can easily control the utilities and features of your house. So, this makes our life easy and it also saves bills, electricity bills, as it manages or it helps in the proper management of the house. This project which we have made, it's just a GUI, a graphical user interface which satisfies the graphical needs of the hardware part uh, of the home automation. Who is going to be benefited by using our project? If you see home automation, basically there are apps, mobiles, but we want to make it a very user friendly one so that elderly people who are alone uh, at home many times and they cannot always do manual work, or let's say they cannot always get up and press the buttons or turn on the lights and turn on the fans. So if they have a if this GUI is presented to them, and it this can be very useful for them as this reduces the manual work of elders, uh, and also this helps in people who are not at home much many times, so they have very advanced uh, appliances like automatic food machine and all, so they can control it via the GUI. So they are in their office and they are arriving home, so before arriving they can start the cooking. So these were the benefits. Now software architecture, architecture and project flow. For the software and architecture, the programming is carried out in Python and basically is done in a dictionary format. It has speech recognition and output. The speech is converted into a text format with the help of Google. This will help in the programming part later. Then this is the project flow. So how does the GUI work? So this is a basic version of the GUI. So first the UI asks for the user inputs. So the user inputs are speech recognized, and as per the inputs, the image of the desired room is displayed. Then the GUI waits for the further commands that the user gives as per the chosen route. Next, as per the given command, it performs the tasks in the desired route. So the as per the given command, let's say turn on the lights. So if I am in the living room, the lights of the living room are turned on. So this is done. After that, again waits for the user to give commands either for the same room or for other. So the GUI waits let's for the user to give more commands for either for the same room, or if the user wants to go in the next room. So let's say I say after some time spending in the living room, I say turn off the lights and I want to go to the kitchen. So I go to the kitchen. So the images of the next room are displayed. If the user continues to be in the same room, then tasks are performed as per the commands. So if I wish to sit in the living room, so I say turn on the AC, turn on the lights, turn on the fans. So it works as per that. Now, or if the user wants to go in the next room, the image is displayed as per the chosen room and tasks are performed in the room as per the user's desire or. So in this condition, if we see basically the same process is repeated, the user wants to still continue and or if the user wishes to end the program stops. Or again, if the user wants to continue, it works as per the command. So the the user interface works as per the newly given commands, or the it continues, or if the user wants to continue, it works as per the commands. Now, modules involved. Basically, we did not have much in modules involved in our program, but dictionary module, speak out module were the main modules. So, dictionary module was all the dictionary part. Speak out module was a module used for speech output. Kitchen module was tasks that were performed in the kitchen, living room module tasks that were going to be performed in the living room, bathroom module, all the tasks that were going to be done in the bathroom module, or sorry, the bathroom, and for the bedroom module, all the tasks that were going to be performed in the bedroom. Okay, so now challenges faced, issues faced. The issues faced were moderate. We did not have much issues. First of all, we were all in hardware part, and then it was not easy for us to decide a project. Secondly, we did not get proper images for the GUI or the user interface as per our requirements, and there was a lack of team communication because everyone was available at their own time, and there was not much communication between one another. For the programming part, there were issues in modules and dictionaries. So modules part and dictionary part was a bit hard, or let's say issues were faced. For the modules, some logics were not correct, and in dictionaries, it was a very complex dictionary, and it was not easy for the programmer even to uh, know what he has written in the dictionary. So, and logics behind the program like displaying format was wrong. So, the logics behind the program means the displaying format of the images was wrong. Now, solutions for the ideas. Solutions were actually not discussed between us, but each came up with time to time and with a reference. Team communication is still not solved till today. Uh, Till today, we don't have a proper team communication. And for the images, lastly, Google images were you edited and used. We edited them in the Photoshop, and now we use them. For modules and dictionary, we referred to man. We took some help of man, like not direct programming, but reference. And while programming, the format of the picture was wrong, as I told you. We understood the problem as we are moving forward and completed the project. So, team role and contribution. Team lead helped in the proper execution of the allocated tasks and also edited the images. The team lead helped in the smooth flow of the conduction of tasks and also helped in some parts of the project and edited the images. Programmer was the main his main hand was in programming and logics behind the code, and he also developed the 70% of the program by himself. Presenter developed the website and helped in the clarification of ideas. He was one of them who developed the websites and clarified the ideas for us, and also helped in some parts of the presentation. Ideologist came up with ideas and improvements in the project. So the ideologist gave some ideas and improvements in the project. Future scope learnings. We learned many new things in programming, presenting ourselves, team management, team communication, and we also learned in depth about programming. Except from programming, we learned many new things about communicating ourselves with each other. And team management was hard because everyone had allocated tasks. Then uh, conducting the smooth flow of the tasks was hard. And for the future scope, we basically in future have decided to convert this raw project to very advanced version and also very user friendly with multi capabilities. We are also going to work on the robot that will be capable of going into different terrains, giving us information once we have access to the hardware. And yes, the current GUI will has many scopes further, and we are going to develop it uh, on a good and advanced extent. So this was everything about the presentation. Hope you liked it, and we hope that we'll do something interesting further. Thanks for watching.
Hello everybody, my name is Tejas. I am the lead programmer of our Project Remote Sensing. Today I am going to show you our demo code of the program. This is the code. You have to press C to listen. Kitchen. As you can see, it is showing us that we are in the kitchen. And now if we say on fan, on light or whatever, then it should on the fan and the light. This is just the image version of that this program. It could be done with proper hardware also, but we cannot access it, so we are not doing it. AC on. Using the word AC because I have named it like that in the program. So now I'm going to go to the bedroom. Bedroom. This is the bedroom. On light. As you can see, the lights have been on. So if I go back to the kitchen, then what all I had done in the kitchen, it should show me that same thing. So go back to the kitchen. As I've gone back to the kitchen, and when we had left it, we had on the fan. So now it has kept it like that only. So it can remember what all we had done. Now I can say anything to it as far as there is the name of the location, the name of the room, the device, and on or off. Let us try that also. Living room AC on. You can see it has showed the living room and the AC is on. So you can do anything like this. This was a demo of what we have done. We are going to improve on this. Bye for now.